Now call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Texas Southmost College District. Trustees present, Ms. Delia Sáenz, Dr. Lopez Harris, Dr. Zabaleta is absent, Ms. Alejandra Aldrete, Mr. Edward Camarillo, Mr. Edgar Garcia, myself, and our president, Dr. Jesus Roberto Rodriguez. And I'm going to call on Ms. Aldrete for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Ms. Aldrete. Public comment? I heard a phone. I thought Dr. Zabaleta was here. It is wonderful to begin my report with great news. Last week, we had a scholarship from the Scholarship Fund for the Valley Philanthropic Foundation. We got $10,000 for the STEM Nation event. That was pretty good. Dr. Garza, who is the CEO of the RGB Philanthropic Foundation, spoke about how important it is to close the gap in Latino representation in the STEM field. During the presentation, she thanked Texas Southmost College for being the first institution of higher ed who believed in STEM Nation initiative and who stepped up to support it. And I told them when I had a minute to speak there, and I said, what we do at TSC, we never do anything halfway. We go all out, and it's perfect. And they agreed. The gift will help continue to attract students to STEM programs and encouraging their academic excellence. I would like to thank my fellow board members for their support of STEM Nation, and thank you, President Rodriguez and Dr. Plummer, for participating in this event. In addition to the STEM Nation, I had the opportunity to share the good things happening at TSC with community leaders at a number of events this fall. I participated in the Business Botana Expo September 24th. TSC had a table there, and we were well represented. That was from the Chamber of Commerce, an excellent event showcasing local business and restaurants. The food was excellent, and we all participated in it. The city of Brownsville is building a new public safety complex and celebrated with groundbreaking ceremony. I was there. The event was well attended by city. The rain kept threatening that it was going to start, and it was starting. It never did rain. So it was interesting to see the future side of the city's safety operation. It's a humongous building. I also attended the Chamber Texas Talks events on September the 30th, along with Vice Chair Science, President Rodriguez, Mr. Mezquillas, Mr. Pecero, Mr. Hernandez. A number of local elected officials participated and provided us with an update of the 89th legislative session. It is an honor to represent the college and Board of Trustees at these events as we continue to strengthen the relationship with businesses, industries, and our elected officials. And I'm glad to do it. Mr. President, your report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good evening, trustees. Texas Southmost College hosted Living History Day on October the 4th. This was our 9th annual event, and it continues to be a big draw for the community. Living History Day is designed to celebrate world cultures and eras through immersed learning, and we're always happy to welcome our 21st Century Community Learning Center families to the annual event. Thank you to Dr. Precy Tipton and her team for the important student enrichment they provide to the families throughout this program. I would also like to thank the Instruction and Student Services team for your collaboration in making this a successful experience for the attendees. I extend a special thanks to the faculty, who are the heart of this event every year. They plan their learning stations, dress in historic costumes, and ensures that the community has a great experience. We appreciate their dedication to the communities we serve. Now, we also have another faculty-led initiative to share with you tonight. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Alves to the podium to tell us more about the new Scorpion Squill Journal.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board, and President Rodriguez. Last year, we decided that we were going to go in a different direction for our communication and language department. In the past, we had the binational conference that was led by Mr. Juan Antonio Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez had retired a couple of years ago. So again, we decided to go in a new direction, and we decided to bring our students into the fold. With that, that was the birth of the Scorpion Quill, which is our new literary journal that's there. Mr. Utzman, if you'll come up, please. This is a culmination of all our students' work, right? Whether they're English majors, whether they are art majors, photography. Who else?
We have memoir, we had script writing available, we had traditional artwork, we had sculptors who took pictures of their sculptures and added them. So it really represents all of our students' talents.
Absolutely. And so I would like to present to the board members tonight an autographed copy for you as well. So, if I may.
Thank you, Dr. Alves.
Sir? Yeah.
Let's get a group picture.
Yes.
Oh, we have some of our students here. All right. So thank you, Dr. Alves, the faculty from the Communication and English Department, and all the talented contributors for your work on this inaugural edition. Thank you so much. Now, we also welcome back our dual enrollment partners for our annual symposium in September. As our dual enrollment program continues to grow, it is important to stay connected and strengthen our relationships. During the symposium, high school counselors and administrators take part in interactive breakout sessions that provide them with important information, such as policy changes, program updates, and the wide range of services available to dual credit students. I extend my thanks to Dr. David Plummer, Dr. Precy Tipton, and Ms. Vanessa Vasquez, and the entire student service team for making this such a successful annual event. Now, with the fall semester now well underway, our hardworking student services team, led by Dr. David Plummer, Ms. Vanessa Vasquez, and Dr. Precy Tipton, has held a number of events to engage our community and promote student engagement and retention. These includes the Rec Bash, the Breast Cancer Awareness Run, the Student Leadership Academy workshops, Coffee Day, Mindful Mondays, Pizza with the President, Breakfast with the President, y lo dicen porque no bajo de peso.
I was just thinking that, why does it have to include food? Why couldn't it be a run with the president?
That's good.
Push-ups with the president?
Texting, anxiety and time management. No, no, we do have test anxiety and time management workshops, Pilates in El Paseo. We have intramural programs in flag football, volleyball, indoor soccer, ping pong, and tennis. So thank you for all those wonderful activities you present to our students and community. And now it is time for this month's video highlighting the activities that have occurred since we last met. Danny, can you please roll the video? Well, in closing, I would like to thank our Board of Trustees for your continued commitment to the college and the communities that we serve. And on behalf of our Scorpion community, we truly appreciate the leadership as we move forward with purpose and direction. This concludes my report.
Thank you, sir. Item number 6, Brownsville Night Lions Club presentation.
Good evening, members. My name is Pete Infante. I'm the past president of the Brownsville Night Lions Club. Our president could not make it this afternoon, so here we are. First of all, I'd like to say a few words about our club. We were established in 1970, and we're the best Brownsville Night Lions Club here in Brownsville. There's several ones, but we are it. Our club, we serve, and our motto is we serve, but we'd like to help other organizations in our community, like the Sunshine Havens. I don't know if y'all heard about that in San Benito. They take care of cancer ill patients, terminal ill patients also, so we help them so they can buy their supplies and things like that. We also help out the Big Heroes, which they're in Southmost Road, I guess. And they help out the students that have physical disabilities. They're mentally challenged, so this organization helps them to continue in their education and try to find them a job and continue on their lives. We also help families that are in distress and medical issues. We help them out with some monies and things like that they can continue with whatever they are doing. We help also other families with that gone through some disasters in our area. We've had some that are flooded out, and sometimes they don't have nowhere to go, really. So we try to help out as long as they contact us. And also we help out with the Adopt an Angel. It's another program that we have at the nursing homes. And what we do is we collect little blankets, headgear, and socks, and we buy a lot of things for them. And we choose one nursing home per year because we have several. And they're already calling us that they want us to be there. So that's one of the things that we have. And also, in behalf of the Brownsville Night Lions Club, we want to donate the Texas Alamos College with a check of $2,000 for their scholarships funds. One other thing that we do, which is our biggest, is we do the eyesight conservation program. This program that we have, we go out there to the schools and we do eye examinations. We have the machine that we bought, and it's a very expensive little machine, but it gives us the right readings. And the kids that fall within the gaps that they don't have insurance or anything like that, we do provide them with the examination from a doctor. We refer them to the doctor, and we also purchase them the 2 pairs of eyeglasses. So this is what we do, and so we are here in presenting this check, and that's how we do it.
aquí está ya. Item number 7, consideration and possible action on the approval of the minutes of the following meeting. Regular meeting, September the 18th, 2025. I'll entertain a motion.
I so move.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Aldrete, second by Mr. Camarillo. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Item number 8, consideration and possible action on resolution nominating a candidate for the Board of Directors of Cameron Appraisal District. I talked to Ms. Aldrete, and she said yes to the dress. So, do you have the resolution, Mr. Perez?
do.
Okay, would you read it, please?
Resolution. A resolution of the Board of Trustees for Texas Southwest College District expressing its nomination for Appraisal District Directors for the Cameron Appraisal District Board of Directors. Whereas the Board of Trustees for Texas Southmost College District are authorized to make nominations for each position to be filled in the Cameron Appraisal District Board of Directors, and whereas these directors shall serve a term beginning January 1st, 2026, and that all taxing entities associated with the Cameron Appraisal District are authorized to nominate up to 5 individuals for said board, and whereas the Board of Trustees for Texas Southmost College District must submit the names of the nominees by written resolution to the Chief Appraiser by October 17th, 2025. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Trustees for Texas Southmost College District that the name of Alejandra Aldrete is hereby nominated by the Board of Trustees for Texas Southmost College District to the Cameron Appraisal District Board of Directors. Furthermore, the Board of Trustees for Texas Southmost College District directs the Chief Appraiser to submit said nomination for consideration by all taxing entities within the Cameron Appraisal District in the upcoming district appointments. Passed and approved this 16th day of October, 2025. Signature line for the board chair for Texas Southmost College and attest by the secretary of the board. Thank you.
I move to approve the resolution nominating trustee Alejandra Aldrete for a position on the Cameron Appraisal District Board of Directors. I have a motion,
Second.
second by Ms. Science. Any discussion? I know that things change with the election, so I think this time we have a better chance, and
Yeah,
I
with the
would
votes.
love
It's
to
by
be
numbers or
represented.
something like that.
Yes.
Yes.
So good luck, Ms. Aldrete.
I need everybody's help to call your contacts.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Finance Committee, Ms. Science.
The Finance Committee met on Monday, October 6, 2025. Present were Chair Garza, Secretary Lopez Harris, President Rodriguez, myself, and members of the TSC Administration and College Legal Counsel. The committee discussed the following. 9A, consideration and possible action on approval of the rollover of FY25 purchase orders, commitments, and pending projects with budget amendment 26-001. I call on Mr. Carlos Pecero to present the item.
Thank you, Vice Chair Sines. Madam Chair, members of the board, President Rodriguez, in your agenda packets, we have a report that lists the individual purchase orders and proposed projects that administration is recommending for the rollover. That report consists of 2 tables. One table is specifically for the purchase orders, and those items already have an existing commitment with vendors. So that's the procurement process has already occurred for those items. We're simply listing them and asking for permission to move them from FY25 to FY26. Now, the second table, that lists our projects that there is no existing PO for it, but we're asking the board for permission to roll those pending projects from FY25 to FY26. That is the distinction between those 2 tables. and why we separate those. If there are any questions, I'd like to try and answer those at this moment.
I need a motion.
Okay. I move to approve the rollover of the FY '25 purchase orders, commitments, and pending projects with Budget Amendment 26-001.
A motion by Ms. Science,
Second.
second by Dr. Harris. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Number 9.
Item 9B, consideration and possible action on approval of digital billboard advertising contracts. I call on Dr. Stella Garcia.
Thank you, Vice
And-
Chair Science, Chair Garza, members of the board, Dr. Rodriguez. I'm going to start this, and then I'm going to, with your permission, turn it over to Mr. Rick Vasquez to complete the presentation. So this is for it's not moving. It's for a digital billboard. There it is. It's considered sole source, as most of our billboards are, because they're a very specific location. There's no other competition for that location. And so this is doing a purchase through sole source or exempted purchasing method. I'm going to have Rick explain it, but this is an additional billboard. We have several already, so we're just trying to be more visible and more present. And so with your permission, Mr. Vasquez will continue.
Good evening, good evening, members of the board, Madam Chair, Dr. Rodriguez. This billboard is actually a brand-new billboard. It's an educator who retired and put this billboard up. But it's over by the expressway and on Tipton Fort, or Tipotex, is that the right? That's in that area. So it touches north and south traffic, so you can see it from both sides. And we'll be getting advertisement on both sides. We can send up to 6 ads at a time, things like that, but we'll probably keep 3 there. So that's, any questions, or is that? And this expense will be coming from the budget for fiscal year 2025, 2026. And so,
Okay. I move to approve the contract for digital billboard advertising with Chatterbox Ads LLC through exempted purchasing method in the amount of $59,400 and authorize President Rodriguez to execute the purchase order contract as presented.
Motion by Ms. Science,
Second.
second by Dr. Harris. Any discussion?
Madam Chair, quick question. And this is, the length of this contract is for how long? How many months or the
it'll
whole
be
year?
up to August 31st, 2026.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a full year.
I'm sorry, August,
Fiscal year, yes.
the fiscal year.
Yeah,
Okay.
fiscal year.
Thank
So
you.
we have it for the entire year, so we can advertise whenever. Because that digital board, so anytime we have an event or something, because it switches, there's other ones that we use for advertisement, so we'll switch, send out images or photos and things.
Perfect, thank you.
We are very visible nowadays. Yeah, this will just help. Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries.
Okay, Item 9C, consideration and possible action on approval of streaming video and digital advertising services contract. I call on Dr. Stella Garcia.
Thank you, Vice Chair Science, Chair Garza, members of the board, Dr. Rodriguez. Again, I'll intro this, and with your permission, turn it over to Mr. Vasquez. Like the previous one, this is considered an exempted purchase, meaning there's really no other comparable. It's specific to a group. And so this is the process we use for this particular purchase. And Mr. Vasquez will take you through the plans for this. And just before, we use them already for streaming soccer. So this goes beyond that. So this is to advertise in all of the other parts of that application. So I'll let Rick explain that.
So this Real Sports Live, we have been using it for a couple years to do stream our games here at home and also on the outside. But what we're doing here is that we'll be promoting our advertisement within all their games within the school districts, and also it's our prime target audience because it's the student base that we target. We also will be getting our own dedicated channel and where we can upload our own videos, create interviews, do anything that we need to do, and we'll also have full access to that so we can embed it within our website and do what we need to. And also what I had requested that so we can kind of design it, to our style, right, to our stuff. And we're also we'll be like the institution that partners up with them, the only education institution that will be with them, right? So there's no other organization higher ed that can, that will be working with them. We should be getting about a minimum of 4 ads per game, throughout the game, but there'll probably be more because games take longer than that. And so that's what we'll be using for, we have a lot of, so, thanks. Is there any questions? Or? Okay, with that. And this expense will be coming from the budget from fiscal year 25, 26.
Thank you. I move to approve the contract for streaming video and digital advertising services with Rio Sports Live through an exempted purchasing method in the amount of $300,000 for 3 years contract, and authorize President Rodriguez to execute the purchase and order contract as presented.
A motion by Ms. Science,
Second.
second by Dr. Harris. Any more discussion? Any questions?
Yes. Mr. Vasquez, do we know what the viewership is that's going to be with this group?
The
Our channel?
viewership, well, they give us the stats, right? So they're talking, 100,000, depends, but the stats that they tell us, because they look at the analytics, from all the games. So that's what they've provided for us, but I can give you the actual details, more details about the
Is it
actual
all-
funds.
No, I appreciate it. Is it also going to feature track? And, because I know, soccer, they're at those soccer games. I know we don't have any local track tournaments, but are we going to maybe feature like the students, practicing or anything like that to kind of get that out there?
Our students, or,
Yeah,
yes,
our new
yes, we could
our
do
new
that.
track team?
Yes, we could do that. Our cross-country team, that's what our own channel would be for. So the channel itself is, we can create our own videos, do interviews, cover any events that we might want to, even live events here on campus. We can go live as well on that, but yes, we can cover we plan on doing that as well.
Do you know the number of dedicated staff that they're going to have for the college for this?
What dedicated stuff?
How many dedicated staff members?
They have their own staff, but then we probably would be handling our own channel. As far as what they do though is more the back end work of it. So they just connect us, and then they advertise. We send them the advertisement, they run it for us. But as far as the videos, for our channel is stuff that we'll be creating. That's the images that we'll create.
We have sole programming on our 24/7 on the TSC channel.
Oh, okay.
So commencement, anything we want to put on there, Centennial, old videos, new videos, live stream, all of that it's up to us to decide what we want to put on our channel.
Oh, okay.
And they have access to put it all in.
No
We don't
problem.
need the staff from Rio Sports Live to do it.
Oh, okay. And just one last question. And how does this get paid? Is this monthly, yearly? So I know it's for 3 years, but this is going to be like
1 year at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries.
Item 9D, grants awarded to Texas Southmost College for the month of August. I call on Dr. Stella Garcia.
Thank you, Vice Chair Science. Well, yeah. I'll do Dr. Plummer's. You should have is it in there? The grants, there should be, no, there's not. In your packet, you should have a grants update, so there it is. And this is just to present to you grants that have been awarded to the college. This is back from August. And so you can see we have several, 4 grants there. First one is from BISD. We work with their adult education department with our CNA program. So they do a joint GED and CNA. So BISD does the GED, we do the CNA, and that's all at ITech. Coordinating Board Nursing Shortage Reduction Program. That was one that we applied for. That was a competitive grant, so we're happy we received a very large grant. And so that is to expand our nursing program. And so the presidents are, and that's to grow it, right? So it's to expand some classrooms, some equipment, and what have you. So we will start working on space to grow it at ITech. And so we're excited about that. And that's really what the state's trying to do. The name of the program is Nursing Shortage Reduction. And so that's how we do it, by growing the program. And the next one is our big ACE program, which is a 21st century under Dr. Tipton and her leadership. And so we're in year 3 of a $10 million grant. So that's a $2 million. That obviously, you'll get a presentation on that next. And then the last that was awarded recently was an emergency aid grant. Also, that's issued for students that need help. That's issued through Student Services. And then you have the rest of it is just a culmination of the grants received throughout the year. And happy to answer any questions that you may have on the grants.
You guys have been busy.
Just a little bit.
It
yeah.
looks really good. If Mr. Herrera was here, he would always be complaining, why aren't we writing more grants? But this is a good indication
We're
that
trying
we
to
are.
be, purposeful in what we're going after, yeah. so,
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you. This item is for information only. No action is required, and this concludes my report.
Thank you, Ms. Science. Thank you, Dr. Garcia. Academic Committee, Ms. Aldrete?
The Academic Committee met on Monday, October 6, 2025. Present were Chair Garza, Trustee Zabaleta, President Rodriguez, myself, members of the TSC Administration and College Legal Counsel. The committee discussed the following item. 10A, consideration and possible action on approval of data sharing agreement for VIDA study with Economic Mobility Corporation. I call on Mr. Hernandez.
Thank you, Ms. Aldrete. Madam Chair, members of the board, President Rodriguez, good afternoon. Before you, it's a data sharing agreement with Economic Mobility Corporation out of New York. They receive a grant from the Arnold Foundation where they will be doing a 10-year study at the VIDA program. They're going to assess the impact that the VIDA program has had in higher education here in South Texas. This, like I said, this will be a 10-year study. We'll be, with this data agreement, we will be providing some data to them, and they will be doing all of the analysis of this project.
I move to approve the data sharing agreement with Economic Mobility Corporation and authorize President Rodriguez to execute the agreement as presented.
A motion by Ms. Aldrete,
Second.
second by Ms. Science. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. This concludes my report.
Thank you, Ms. Aldrete. Student Services, I'll call on Dr. Lopez Harris.
The Student Services Committee met on Monday, October 6, 2025. Present were Chair Garza, Trustee Garcia, President Rodriguez, myself, members of the TSC Administration and College Legal Counsel. The committee discussed the following items: update and information on Texas Southmost College Texas ACE program, and I'll call on Dr. Plummer and Dr. Tipton to present the item.
Thank you, Dr. Lopez Harris, Madam Chair, members of the board, President Rodriguez. You've heard 21st Century already a couple of times with a large grant, how they participated in Living History Day. And there's a lot of really great things they're doing, and I'd like to thank you for your time, for letting us come and present. And with your permission, I'd like to turn over to Dr. Tipton to give you more details on the program.
Thank you, Dr. Plummer. Thank you, Dr. Lopez Harris, Madam Chair, members of the board, and President Rodriguez. So we'll begin. So TSC's Texas ACE, it's a statewide initiative, and it is funded by the U.S. Department of Education. It is authorized under Title IV, and it is administered, it's a pass-through through Texas Education Agency. It supports Title I campuses, providing out-of-school time, before school, after school, and during summer months. We are now in year 3 of 5. TSC continues to serve as a fiscal agent for approximately, we're going on 8 years, for the Texas ACE grant at servicing 10 Brownsville Independent School District campuses, 5 early college high schools, and 5 middle schools. We are, and we continue to be, the only community college in Texas awarded this competitive grant. TSC ensures full compliance, and we are always one of those grants that gets audited every year because it's a large amount. So we welcome them. And we implement high-impact academic, enrichment, and college and career readiness programming. Next, we outline just the program aim, goals, and theory of action. You know, the aim for this program is to prepare students for college, career, or military. And it is grounded on the theory of action that if the student participates 60 days or more in this program, they will improve. You know, research shows that they improve in their school day academic, reading, math, in their STAR scores. Attendance, they improve their attendance, engagement in learning, and family engagement in student learning. My favorite part, the community impact. So TSC, Texas ACE represents the most sustainable source of out-of-school time programming in the state. As a fiscal agent, TSC supports over 3,000 students annually across these 10 BISD campuses. All participating sites have consistently exceeded their 60-day participation benchmark. And we are also meeting critical community needs across Texas. For every student enrolled in our after-school program, approximately 3 additional students are waiting for access. In Cameron County, where over 90% of our students are already classified as economically disadvantaged, TSC directly addresses this urgent need by expanding this no-cost out-of-school time learning opportunities. So thank you all very much.
Thank you.
This last year, in year 2, they called and they asked if we wanted additional funding, and of course, we never say no, right?
Claro que no.
And so we got some additional funding. It was supported by the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, the Stronger Out of School Time Initiative, expanded access to career pathways. So we were able to service these students in partnership with TSC's workforce training and continuing education partners. More than 70 high school students earned their credentials, so we saw them graduate or finish or walk across the stage for patient care, CNA, OSHA, and private security officer right before their high school graduation. Just some impact at glance for year 2. We just wanted to showcase some of our data. So the data reflects on this table is for the 24-25 academic year across these 10 BISD campuses. Those are our high school campuses and in the middle school. So last year we serviced, or we enrolled over 3,005 students with 1,902 students meeting the 60-day attendance benchmark. And I'm being very, specific because all this goes into a database. And so those were the final figures. And the initiative we also touched on 1,515 adults and employed, because we employ these highly qualified, certified teachers to be part of our program within their schools. We employed over 109 certified teachers. So our hours of operation, right? How does it look? Well, we're the first ones to arrive on campus, and we're the last ones to leave. So our middle schools, and our kids are already knocking on the door as, by the time we get there. So we open from 6 to 7:30, and for middle schools, and we're there until 6 o'clock. And they have identified these times as being very critical, when the kids get in trouble or where, they could go somewhere else. So these are crucial times. So those are the times that we need to service the students. And for summer school, we have a 5-week summer camp that runs Monday through Friday from 8 to 2. These are just some sample activity components. We just put a few because there's many. But for academic support, we have expanded library hours. We have homework help, tutoring in math and reading, and TSI prep. Then you can see the other activities such as our student enrichment, performing arts, robotics, gardening. And then we have, again, like we had touched, the college and career, some industry-based certification activities. And finally, while school ends, learning doesn't. So when the final bell rings, TSC's Texas ACE is just getting started, providing students with this academic support, enrichment, and inspiration they need to thrive beyond the classroom. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
You've done an exceptional job, Dr.
Thank you.
Dr. Tipton. When we say ACE, we mean Prissy. So, Ms. Aldrete?
I wanted to congratulate Dr. Prissy Roca Tipton, because under your leadership, I have seen firsthand how our students are being impacted at BISD. And not only the students, but the parents too. As I went to an event today, this morning, on breast cancer awareness, where they invite the parent and their daughter to go and learn about, health, how to prevent And the fact that it's not just a regular meeting, they go all out with balloons, decoration, food, games, you name it, everything was going on today. So I know that's all under the leadership of someone, and congratulations, Dr. Tipton. We could see it.
Thank you, and thank you for your support.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is for informational purposes only. No action is required, and this concludes my report.
Yeah, you only had one item? Item number 12, Facilities Committee. Mr. Camarillo?
The Facilities Committee met on Monday, October 6, 2025. Present were Chair Garza, Trustee Garcia, President Rodriguez, myself, members of the TSC Administration and College Legal Counsel. The committee discussed the following items. 12A, consideration of possible action on approval of Charter Days festivities sponsorships in accordance with GD Local, community expression, and use of college facilities. I'll call on Dr. Garcia and Ms. Erica Fayette.
Thank you, Trustee Camarillo, Chair Garza, members of the board, Dr. Rodriguez. Like the others, if I'm going to intro it, give you background, and then with your permission, turn it over to Ms. Erica Fayette to give you the details of this particular request. And so in the GD Local, which is one of your local policies, has been amended for Chato Days specifically, because we do get so many requests to use our facilities. And many want sponsorships, they want them at a reduced cost. And so your policy allows you to do that, but within a 30-day notice before the event occurs. And so both of these have to be submitted in writing. They were submitted to address to the president as required by the policy. And so Erica has assessed it, and she will take you through what each of the requests is. And these are organizations, nonprofits here in Brownsville that we have worked with, as many of you know, throughout the years.
Thank you, Dr. Garcia. Good evening, Chair Garza, members of the board, President Rodriguez. With your permission, I would like to start the presentation. We received 2 sponsorship requests for Charter Days festivities.
Can you bring your mic down just a little bit?
Sorry, this is the first time I present, so. So the first request came in from Charter Days Fiesta, Inc. So the request came in to use the TSC Jacob Brown Auditorium for Noche Mexicana and Costume Ball. They also requested the use of the TSC iTech parking lot for Charter Days Fiesta 20th Century Ride, and the use of the Resaca parking lot for the parade float parking. So the total lease estimate came out to $40,950, which consists of the facility rental fee, custodial fees, security fees, day before fees, the certified electrician fee, and the damage deposit. So the proposed sponsorship is $35,000, which would leave Charter Days Fiesta, Inc. to pay $5,950 for all those usage. They will provide the certificate of liability insurance as requested by the GD Local. They will also provide custodian security for the Carnival iTech parking lot and float parking lot lease. So this is the sponsorship details. We're sponsoring the charter level for $25,000. In this area, it's basically the same as last year. The only thing that I do want to point out is the display of the TSC logo during the costume ball on the LED screens. Also, the retractables and step and repeat for the costume ball.
I think it's important, when we sponsor an event, I want to see TSC in the pictures. And there's sometimes that people are not willing to do that. They do want the sponsorship, but sometimes you don't see the TSC sponsorship at anything, especially in their pictures.
Okay, we'll take a note of that.
Okay.
So the second request is Rotary Sunrise. They have requested the use of the iTech parking lot for the carnival guests and the Jacob Brown parking lot. Total amount is $14,000. That's the proposed sponsorship, which would leave Rotary Sunrise to pay $0. They will also provide the certificate of a liability insurance as required by our GD local. Rotary Sunrise will provide Texas Southmost College or the foundation with a scholarship of check of 6,000, sorry.
16 would have been better.
I know, right? I tried. We're working on that, ma'am.
If you know anyone in the club, tap them on the shoulder a little bit more.
And they will also promote Texas Southmost College through their website and online. Any questions?
Charities has done an excellent job of asking with plenty of time, and they're so organized that it's easy to work with them. I don't know about the Rotary, but I know the Charities is extremely organized. I don't know if there's anybody from the Rotary here that would like to speak on their behalf. I'll be happy.
I move to approve Charities Fiesta Inc. and Rotary Club of Bronzo Sunrise sponsorship requests as presented.
I have a motion by Mr. Camarillo,
Second.
second by Mr. Garcia. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries.
Item 12B, facilities update. I'll call on Mr. Pacero and Mr. Robles, Mr. Mascoro.
Thank you, Trustee Camarillo. Madam Chair, members of the board, President Rodriguez, we have 5 projects that we'd like to present an update on, and with your permission, I'll have Mr. Robles and Mr. Mascoro provide that update.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Pacero, Mr. Camarillo, Madam Chair, board members, and President Rodriguez. Thank you for this opportunity to present some information that which are part of our projects. We'll start first with our thermal plant cooling tower installation. Everything is still going on as scheduled. 3 and 4 have been removed as well as replaced. That happened late last week. On Friday, they removed the numbers 3 and 4, and you'll see the vacant spot of where they were placed. Because it was such short notice, when they did it, we didn't have time to put the pictures in, but next meeting, we will have those shown there. On the left, you can see the lift that pulled out one of the towers. Next project is the hydronic line replacement project. We've got everything that we need to go for purchasing for an RFP process. Hopefully, we will have that ready to go in January to report back in February. Pipe fitting lab continues to move along. We've got our vendor in there installing all the necessary pieces of equipment. They are also as well scheduled to be completed. Do you recall the date on that? December, thank you, December 31st. The American Legion, we're in the process, have finished all the roof leaks. We did have a couple show up with this last hard rain, so they've gone back and put what was necessary for the replacement. The HVAC is still ongoing. They're finalizing the vents as well as thermostats, which should be completed no later than this coming Saturday. The rehab of the interior continues. We've got paint going up. We're picking up old tiles, putting new tile down. Bathrooms are being updated. So we're still on par to meet the November 1st move-in date. And here again, here's some pictures of the property.
Looks a little different.
The PUB water tower demolition, they started a couple weeks ago and have removed the top layer. They did all the internal work and are scheduled to come back and start or complete or start next week sometime. I haven't been given a date, but they are scheduled to be back next week. So hopefully we'll see a lot more demo happening so that property is cleared. And that's the end of my presentation. Any questions?
No, I think you guys do an excellent job. We take a lot for granted because we don't have any problems with facilities, right? Because you take care of it. But we know every time I see what you all do, and it is all hard work, and the unity of your department, Mr. Robles, it's amazing to see how you just take care of business. And thank you, Mr. Mascarro, for all you do.
Yes, it's a great team that I have, so I'm very proud of the work that they've been able to accomplish. So, thank you.
One quick question. Dr. Rodriguez, do you have any idea what the American Legion Hall will be used for?
Yeah, we talked about it.
It's the company is, I forget the name of the company at the moment, but they're going to be using that facility as part of the bridge in this area. They're going to rehab that whole space. So they need a location for themselves as well as their contractors to have an office, basically. And then they're also going to store equipment in some of their areas.
He told you.
We've rented that facility to the company that's going to be building or doing the construction on the International Bridge. Yes. So we lease some parking spaces for them and the building itself.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. This item is for information only. No action is required. This concludes my report.
Item number 13, Policies Committee.
The Policies Committee met on Monday, October 6, 2025. Present were Chair Garza, Vice Chair Sines, President Rodriguez, myself, and members of the TSC Administration, College Legal, and Board Council. The committee discussed the following items. 13A, consideration and possible action to approve revision to DIAA local policy. I call on Mr. Frank Perez.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board, Dr. Rodriguez. The following local policy, DIAA, requires a revision. DIAA deals with freedom from discrimination, harassment, and retaliation, sex and sexual violence. The revision includes only a change to the Title IX coordinator's contact information, which you'll find at pages 5 and 12 of your packet. And the recommended action is to approve these required changes. Thank you.
I move to approve local policy DIAA as presented.
A motion by Ms. Aldrete,
Second.
second by Mr. Camarillo. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. 13B.
13B, review privacy policy. I call on Mr. Frank Perez.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board, Dr. Rodriguez. The rationale behind the policy review is that Texas Southmost College must ensure the privacy and accuracy of the confidential informations of students, employees, community members, all while complying with applicable federal and state laws, including FERPA, Texas Cybersecurity Act, Data Privacy Act, and Security Act. There is a policy statement contained on your website, and it links to various aspects of that privacy policy. The privacy policies for junior colleges are typically found on the website, and yours indeed is. I reviewed the policy. I haven't had any suggestions for change directed at me, and this item is for information only. The policy does link to a lot of external sources, so when you do read it, make sure you're understanding that what sources you're going to. Thank you very much.
This item is for information only, no action is required. This concludes my report.
Thank you, Ms. Aldrete.
Madam Chair, can I ask a question? Or just a comment? Are the emails that go between staff and faculty regarding student information, are those encrypted? Do you know, President Rodriguez? Like if it has student data?
Thank you for that question, Mr. Camarillo. Madam Chair, Board of Trustees, Dr. Rodriguez. We have the ability to encrypt any email by just putting the word encryption into the email. So when Student Services is communicating with them via either our TSC email or through one of our CRM systems, they have the ability to encrypt. They shouldn't be transporting a lot of PII anyway, but they have the ability to encrypt those emails back and forth.
Is it ruled that they must encrypt, or it's just the option if they want to?
Well, it's not something I can enforce electronically, but yeah, they should be in the habit and behavior. If they don't, we have systems in place that notify us that there may be a violation of PII transported through our email system, and I don't get those anymore. I used to. Yeah.
So, just asking. Thank you, sir.
That's a great question. Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
The board will now convene in executive session as provided by the Government Code, Chapter 551.071, 551.072, 551.074, and 551.0761. We're now in executive session. Session, I have some motions, and I'll call on Ms. Aldrete first.
I move that the Board of I move that the Board ratify and confirm the settlement of the Hernandez litigation as presented in the executive session.
Have a motion? Second by Ms. Delia Science. Motion by Ms. Aldrete, second by Ms. Delia Science. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Mr. Camarillo?
I move that the board approve the hiring of an appraiser to appraise the property that the Border Patrol proposes to purchase as discussed in executive session.
I have a motion by Mr. Camarillo. Second by Ms. Delia Science. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Dr. Harris?
I move that the board approve and award RFP 25-14 as presented in executive session.
Motion by Dr. Harris,
Second.
second by Mr. Camarillo. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Mr. Garcia?
I move that the board approve the salary schedule for fiscal year 25-26 as presented in executive session.
A motion by Mr. Garcia, second
Second.
by Mr. Camarillo. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Ah, that was fast. We were on a roll. Okay, next, announcement of dates. Our regular board meeting should be on November the 20th. We had thought that maybe we were going to be out of town, but I think we should keep it on the 20th, just to not change anything. It was in our packet, it said on the 13th. Let's just move it. Can you send us a calendar invite for the 20th, Ms. Claudia? On the 20th, yeah. Or unless somebody's going to go out of town and, no? Okay, then we'll keep it on the 20th. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Camarillo,
Second.
second by Ms. Aldrete. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. We stand adjourned. Vámonos.